Let me explain why I say that English is a very complex language, and also why you need to learn to spell and pronounce English words. And because there's quite a difference between Spanish and English. Now, let's take, for example, the word information. If you see it in Spanish, it's information. And in English is information. They are pronounced much differently. The alphabet, the 26 letters, is quite good for well, in fact, the Romans invented the alphabet for their language. So in Spanish, it's información, okay? And there also you have an accent mark because normally without the accent mark, the accent is next to the last syllable, and here it's on the last syllable, información. The C is pronounced like an S. Below is how it's spelled in English, and it's pronounced information. Information. First, let me point out the fact the accent is on the MA, information. And so, but it's not marked. You have no way of knowing that it's at that position if you don't hear it pronounced. Then you have the final spelling, Tion. Well, it's not C-O-N, it's not S-I-O-N, it's information. And that T-I is information. And that T-I is a phonogram, which is the spelling for the sound sh. Okay, so the T-I is represented in English as a sh sound. It's not just the letters of the alphabet as originally is in Spanish, I-N-F-O-R-M-I-T-I-O. If it was, it would be pronounced information. Okay, information. I mean, it's not pronounced that way. So it's very important that you learn the idiosyncrasies, the different, and the spellings of the 26 letters that is quite sufficient for Spanish because it was invented for Spanish. It's only 28 sounds. But in English, you have 48 to 75 sounds. And so you have this, what I call the phonogram, the TI, which is the spelling for sh. This is part of the reason why you need to know the pronunciation, the formation of phonograms, and the pronunciation of the letters in the American alphabet. This is a phonogram chart. As you can see, they're mostly comprised of more than one letter, but that gives you one sound. For example, here we have the spelling of A, and say here, okay? If you click on that, it will bring up this chart here and give you the sound of that letter.
A, two-letter A that may not be used at the end of English words.
And here you have a word, a sample word, laid. Now, if you go over this one, it's another sound of A. If you click on here, You get the sound
A. Two-letter A that may be used at the end of English words.
such as in the word play. This is a very good chart, and I want you to have it. I'll give you the link for that. I want you to have it because you need to learn all these phonograms in order for you to be able to spell and pronounce English correctly. Now, I mentioned in the word TI and information. Here it is as a phonogram. I click on that and I'll give you the sound.
Sh. Tall sh used only at the beginning of any syllable after the first one.
So that is a phonogram and used in the spelling of the word information. You really need to learn all these. I know it looks like a difficult task, and perhaps it is, but it's something you need to do in order to be able to pronounce English from its spelling and to enlarge your vocabulary. I will put a link in the video itself down below so you can download this. Download it, put it in your uh, information, put it in your chart, put it in, just keep it so you can use it.